Different kinds of samadhi. Master. Smiling. There are certain signs of God vision. When a man sees God, he goes into samadhi. There are 5 kinds of samadhi. First, he feels the Mahavayu rise like an ant crawling up. Second, he feels it rise like a fish swimming in the water. Third, he feels it rise like a snake wriggling along. Fourth, he feels it rise like a bird flying from one branch to another. Fifth, he feels it rise like a monkey making a big jump. The Mahavayu reaches the head with one jump, as it were, and samadhi follows. There are 2 other kinds of samadhi. First, the sthita samadhi, when the aspirant totally loses outer consciousness. He remains in that state a long time. It may be for many days. Second, the it is to withdraw the mind suddenly from all sense objects and unite it with God. 2m. Do you understand this? M. Yes, sir. Gurish. Can one realize God by sadhana? Master. People have realized God in various ways. Some through much austerity, worship, and devotion. They have attained perfection through their own efforts. Some are born perfect, as for example Narada and Sukadeva. They are called Nityasiddha, eternally perfect. There are also those who have attained perfection all of a sudden. It is like a man's unexpectedly coming into a great fortune. Again, there are instances of people's realizing God in a dream and by divine grace. Saying this, Sri Ramakrishna sang, intoxicated with divine fervor, can everyone have the vision of Syama? As Kali's treasure for everyone? Oh, what a pity my foolish mind will not see what is true. Sri Ramakrishna remained in ecstasy a few moments. Gurish and the other devotees were seated before him. A few days earlier Gurish had been very rude to the master at the Star Theatre. But now he was in a calm state of mind. Master. To Gurish. This mood of yours is very good. It is peaceful. I prayed about you to the Divine Mother. O Mother. Make him peaceful so that he won't abuse me. Gurish. 2m. I feel as if someone were pressing my tongue. I can't talk. Sri Ramakrishna was still in an Indran mood. He seemed to be gradually forgetting the men and the objects around him. He tried to bring his mind down to the relative world. He looked at the devotees. Looking at them, he said, they all come to Dakshineswar. Let them. Mother knows everything. To a young man of the neighborhood he said, hello, what do you think? What is the duty of man? All sat in silence. To Narayan he said, don't you want to pass the examinations? But, my dear child, a man freed from bondage is Shiva. Entangled in bondage, he is Jiva. Sri Ramakrishna was still in the God-intoxicated mood. There was a glass of water near him. He drank the water. He said to himself, why, I have drunk water in this mood. It was not yet dusk. Sri Ramakrishna was talking to Atul, who was seated in front of him. Atul was Gurish's brother and a lawyer of the High Court of Calcutta. A Brahmin neighbor was also seated near him. Master. To Atul. All I want to tell you is this. Follow both. Perform your duties in the world and also cultivate love of God. Brahmin. Can anyone but a Brahmin achieve perfection? Master. Why should you ask that? It is said that in the Kali Yuga the Sudras achieve love of God. There are the instances of Savari, Ruhidas, the untouchable Guhaka, and others. Narayan. Smiling. Brahmins and Sudras all are one. Brahmin. Can a man realize God in one birth? Master. Is anything impossible for the grace of God? Suppose you bring a light into a room that has been dark 1,000 years. Does it remove the darkness little by little? The room is lighted all at once. To Atul. Intense renunciation is what is needed. One should be like an unsheathed sword. When a man has that renunciation, he looks on his relatives as black cobras and his home as a deep well. One should pray to God with sincere longing. God cannot but listen to prayer if it is sincere. All sat in silence, pondering Sri Ramakrishna's words. Master, to Atul, what is worrying you? Is it that you haven't that grit, that intense restlessness for God? Quote,